Last time on Sailing WildChild, we broke a distance record 70 nautical miles. Wow, from Scituate Harbor to Cape Cod Canal to Saconet River, Rhode Island. Wow, again, nasty weather is coming towards us, so we need to make distance. Well, our plan is to make 40 nautical mile to Montauk Island because the weather will be bad for the next few days. If you look at the sky, it's beautiful. I have a passion for sailing, but the North Atlantic teach me something completely different. I was not the same guy. Day after day, it was misery, and I changed completely. I was not the happy guy anymore. I was more self-centered, very impatient. You know what? You never know what the future will bring you. Look at those conditions of sailing. It's hard to look at these pictures again because we feel the humidity, the cold, the bitterness of the North Atlantic day after day. And that was a dream. No, it was hell. Day after day, you try to keep a positive spirit, but in reality, you get to change completely. So North Atlantic changed you completely. I was so impatient. I was a dick. I don't know what I was doing. As a man, I was not aware of my feeling. I hide everything. Everything is fine. But in reality, I was a dick, I was impatient, and I was not a nice guy. I was fed up with those conditions without realizing it. That day, the waves were pounding WildChild up and down, up and down. Our destination was Saconet River to Montauk, Long Island. But at one point, I noticed that we broke the radar arch. Oh, it's not a big deal. There's another pole inside. Lexi, look, what do you think? Lexi was saying that we're in bad situation. That's very bad. We almost lost the radar pole and the radar. What I remember that day, from my point of view, it was not so bad. Okay, it was broken, but nobody was hurt, nobody was injured. Everybody was safe, except the radar. But Lexi was so uptight about that, and it's create frustration on both parties. I'm always trying to be the optimist. I don't know, that's me, but I just saw the radar pole, but in reality, after looking at these, it was more than the radar pole. It was a davit, it was a solar panel, so it was maybe $20,000 of equipment. Yeah, when you think about it, Lexi already explained to you the technical detail because I'm a human resources guy. I'm not detail oriented at all. You know what? The reality is different from one person to another. I don't remember clearly what happened that day. Oh, but I remember one thing. I was so frustrated with the wind. It was hard to get where we want to go. And I remember that, oh my goodness, I have to go on the east side, the port side of the Block Island. At one point, I was so frustrated, swearing I was not in control. I admit it. I called Lexi, who she needed to be in peace because she was not feeling well. And I remember calling her saying, Lexi, no, I didn't say that. I swear like a sailor. I was not happy. I was frustrated, out of control. Arrgh! And then I called her. She helped me get the course on the right track. And then, wow. That was the breaking part. That was not easy. I don't like to remember those parts, those days, these days, that day. It's painful, but I am still a human being. I know one thing. It's hard to review those scenes because I didn't act properly. The ocean, North Atlantic get me. And viewing those scenery, those scenes, it's very painful. Because think about it. She's an angel, she's a mermaid, and the North Atlantic. Take this away from us, from me. I'm broken. It's so painful. If I knew, I will stay at the beginning of the journey. Because she's so fabulous. She's an angel. North Atlantic didn't help.
We keep this thing real. So Lexi is having a bad day. I did break down crying earlier. Our boat is broken again. The pole there cracked because the davit arm bolt released. So then the davit wasn't holding. So all the way to the dinghy got transferred to that pole. It was only supposed to be extra support, not total support. The winds are not what they were forecast to be. The sea conditions are nasty. We have swell fighting against wave. We're not going to make it to our destination of Long Island, our 40-mile plan. We are motor sailing directly, pounding into it because we got to get out of this. The pounding is very bad for our now weak davit system. So Block Island, off Long Island, there's this island called Block Island. It's a safe place to stop. We're gonna go there and try to get the pole stainless steel welded and repair things. We're having a bad day. This fucking sucks.
At this point, I shut out completely. I don't have any point of view. I'm broken, I didn't do the right thing, I'm very sad, and I hurt Lexi. When you think about it, in October, on the East Coast, everything is closed, we're shutting down. Lexi, she's not happy. I'm trying to talk to her, she's not talking to me, but we're getting bored.
Are we?
Talk. She doesn't talk to me. She's very mad.
Our island, big island.
At this point, Lexi was so mad at me.
Anyway, everything is closed, but
we're not a couple anymore.
There was people here, so we just did fill up with diesel and the gasoline too for the generator, and now we're topping the water tank. At least that's great.
I'm supposed to say something here, but you know what? The emotion is so extreme. There's no word to express my sadness at this point. So you can just conclude what.
This is Michel's version of events in his own words. You've heard my version earlier. You've heard his version. The rest, you have to figure it out for yourself.